Hello everyone! I am teacher Maria Pazabuan and I will be your teacher in science for today. So how's everyone, class? I hope you're all present for today's class and I hope you're all doing good and you're all healthy not only for today but every day. Okay? So before we formally start our lesson for today, I'll be showing you some pictures first. So the first picture is this one. What do you call this picture? We call this one a lever. So this is the second picture. Do you know what it is, class? Yes, it is called wheel and axle. Next is this picture. And you know, class, it is called pulley. Next is this picture, and I know that most of us are familiar with this. Do you know, class, what is this thing? Yes, class, it is called the screw. Next picture is this, and this thing is called inclined plane. And the last picture is this one. Do you know what is this, class? This thing is called wedge. So the pictures that I've shown you earlier are the 6 simple machines. Now based on the pictures that I've shown you, class, what do you think will be our lesson for today? Class, our lesson for today is all about mechanical advantage and safe use of simple machines. So, what do we mean when we say mechanical advantage? The mechanical advantage of a machine is the number of times that the machine increases an input force. Because friction is always present, the actual mechanical advantage of a machine is always less than the ideal mechanical advantage. Most machines multiply the force of your efforts. The number of times a machine multiplies an effort is its mechanical advantage, or MA. A machine with an MA of 2 doubles your effort force. As a result, you only have to use half of the effort force needed to do same amount of work without a machine. To find out machine's mechanical advantage, divide the resistance force by the effort force. Mechanical advantage is equal to resistance force over effort force, or MA is equal to FR over FE. That is the formula in finding out the machine's mechanical advantage. Now we proceed to simple machines. So machines work easier by changing the direction or the size of the force needed to do work. 2 forces are involved when you use machines. The force applied, called the effort force, and the force opposing to it, which is the resistance force. The amount of work input or amount of work put into machine is always greater than the work output because some of the work put into machine is used to overcome friction. The mechanical efficiency of a machine compares the work output with the work input. Mechanical efficiency is equal to work output over work input, or ME is equal to WO over WT times 100%. That's how you get the mechanical efficiency of a machine compares the work output with the work input. Now let's proceed to the simple machines. First simple machine is a lever. Do you know what lever is, class? The lever is a movable bar that pivots on a fulcrum attached to a fixed point. A lever is a simple machine consisting of a beam or rigid rod pivoted at a fulcrum. A lever is a rigid body capable of rotating on a point on itself. Next thing is what we call wheel and axle. It is a circular rotating wheel that rotates around a shaft or axle. The wheel and axle is a type of a simple machine used to make tasks easier in terms of manipulating force by applying the concept of mechanical advantage. The wheel and axle consist of a round disc known as a wheel with a rod through the center of it known as the axle. The wheel and axle simple machine is closely related to gears. Next is what we call pulley, grooved wheel that spins a fixed axis that has a rope that moves over the wheel. A pulley is a wheel that carries a flexible rope, cord, cable, chain, or a belt on its rim. Pulleys are used singly or in combination to transmit energy and motion. The fourth one is what we call inclined plane. Inclined plane is a tilted surface used to move objects upward. Inclined plane, simple machine consisting of a sloping surface used for raising heavy bodies. The force required to move an object up the incline less than the weight being raised, discounting friction. The steeper the slope or incline, the more nearly the required force approaches the actual weight. Second to the last simple machine is what we call wedge. It is a two inclined planes back to back used to move objects apart. Or wedge is a piece of wood or metal or some other material having one thick end and tapering to a thin edge that is driven between two objects or parts of an object to secure or separate them. So the last simple machine is what we call screw. It is an inclined plane wound around a post used to lift things. A screw is a nail-shaped or rod-shaped piece with a spiral groove and a slotted or recessed head designed to be inserted into material by rotating as with a screwdriver and used for fastening pieces of solid material together. Now, as we proceed, what is a simple machine? A simple machine and compound machines make our works easier. However, they may cause accidents if not used or handled properly. So here are some safety measures in handling simple machines in order for us to avoid accidents. Number 1 is to avoid getting hurt. Do not play with sharp, simple machines, or simply cover the machines that has sharp things for the safety of everyone. Number 2 is keep machines in a cabinet or in a safe place where it is out of reach from children, since children loves to touch anything they see, so we must think of their safety. Number 3 safety measures in handling simple machine is when holding a tool, make sure its sharp edge point downward facing the ground in order to avoid hurting others. Number 4, before using any simple machine, be sure it is in good condition in order to avoid incidents. Number 5, when playing with lever like seesaw, never put your feet under the lever and hands near the fulcrum. Make sure the fulcrum is stable. Number 6 safety measures in handling simple machine is when playing in inclined planes like slides, make sure that the end of the slide is secured before using them, and make sure that no one is present below the slide. And last but not the least, when using the wheel and axles like bikes and skateboards, use helmet and make sure that the wheel and axle are firmly attached to each other. In addition, here is a life lesson. It is about saving our energy by doing the right thing. So, whenever we decide on what to do, there are two factors, the pro and the con. As people, we must not spend our precious energy on the negative aspect of it. We must remember that we need to do the right thing as it will be beneficial to us and will save us energy from correcting the things that we did wrong. So we must always think on the positive side of all the things that we are going to do. Another thing is about the science and technology, which is the electricity may be observed in animals. Animals like electric eels produce electricity. They are able to generate voltages in their body to serve as a predatory or defensive weapon. They detect or stun their prey via high voltages generated from modified muscle cells called electrocytes. These organisms that can produce electricity are called as electrogenic. Here are the concepts learned. So the first one is energy is the ability to do work. Energy can be classified into two general types, which is the kinetic and potential energy. We all know that potential energy is an energy that is stored in an object at rest, and kinetic energy is energy of motion. Next one is the mechanical energy, chemical energy, thermal energy, sound energy, electrical energy, and nuclear energy are the major forms of energy. Mechanical energy is the energy possessed by an object due to its motion or its stored energy of position. Mechanical energy can be either kinetic or potential. Chemical energy is the type of energy in atoms or molecules. Chemical reactions can either absorb or release chemical energy. Next is the radiant or light energy is a form of energy that can travel through an empty space and can be transferred to another body. So there are two forms, which is the static electricity and electric current. Static electricity consists of electric charges that stay in one place. An electric current flow of electric charges between two objects. Current that flows through a continuous path is called circuit. Next is sound energy is the energy produced by vibrating objects. Sound waves carry vibrations through solid, liquid, and gas, which results in the transfer of the energy collected in the vibrations. Thermal energy is a form of energy present in an object due to the movement of molecules. This form of energy is called heat energy. Next is nuclear energy is the energy present in the nucleus of an atom. Energy is released when atoms undergo nuclear fusion or nuclear fission. Next is law of conservation of energy states that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another, but the total amount of energy remains the same. Machines make our work easier by multiplying the effort exerted. Efficient machines have mechanical advantage. Practice precautionary measures in handling machines. Energy has many uses. Mechanical energy makes work easier and can generate electricity. Chemical energy is used as fuel to sustain life and can generate electricity. Radiant energy is used for heating the surroundings, cooking, drying, and in medicine. Electrical energy makes life comfortable and convenient and is used in industries to run motors. Sound energy is used in navigation, medicine, and geology. And thermal energy is used to cook and warm the surrounding to generate electricity. Now class, we have learned about mechanical advantage and the 6 simple machines, which are the lever, wheel and axle, inclined plane, pulley, wedge, and screw. And also, we have learned about the safety measures in handling simple machines. For the application, in a short bond paper, draw one simple machine that is being discussed and write its use. Now read each item carefully and write the letter of the best answer. Number 1. What energy is present in a moving object? A. Chemical energy. B. Kinetic energy. C. Potential energy. Number 2. Which of the following is not an example of kinetic energy being converted to potential energy? A. Releasing of arrow. B. Releasing a compressed spring. C. Basketball player jumping for a rebound. Number 3. Which energy transformation occurs in an electric iron? A. Heat to light. B. Light to heat. C. Electricity to heat. Number 4. Which type of energy uses magma or hot dry rocks to generate electricity? A. Geothermal. B. Hydroelectric. C. Solar. Next is number 5. What is the mechanical advantage of lever if the effort of force is 20 N and the resistance force is 50 N? A. 2, B. 2.5, and C. 3. Next is number 6. Which of the following shows chemical energy is changed to mechanical energy? A. Lighting of candle. B. Switching on a flashlight. Or letter C. An athlete after drinking water. 7. Which is a compound machine? A. Bicycle. B. Magnet. Or C. Solar panel. Now here is the last question. A stone is dropped from a cliff. How does the energy of the stone change as it falls from the cliff to the ground below? A. Kinetic to potential. B. Potential to kinetic. Or C. Chemical to mechanical. Now here is the key answer. 1 is B. 2 C. 3 C. 4 A. 5 B. 6 C. 7 A. And number 8, letter A. Now here is for your assignment. Please put it in a clean sheet of paper. I hope you have learned a lot for today, and thank you for listening. I hope to see you all